welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. Sorry, quick drink is needed. This is video number 5 that I am recording on Thursday evening. If you're new to my channel, you'll see by the subject line, it's Tag Tuesday. And we've been working on some tags. Where'd they go? Here they are. For my September junk journal, using our color challenge and our 4 colors of orange, brown, green, and white. I can bring in any other colors that I want throughout the journal as long as each of the projects that I do incorporates at least 3 of these colors. So these are the first 2 tags we've made. And we are on week 3 of tags. And this is actually take 2 of this. So I've already chosen my paper from the paper collection that I'm using. And I decided to go with the acorns this time. And I had to stop it because I realized I had used all my ribbon on the guest checks. And I didn't have any ribbon for the tags. So I'm torn between what I'm doing here. Now you'll notice on these 2 tags, I tore these and I separated everything. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So with that in mind, let's see what I have over here in my box of tricks. I don't think I want the pumpkins, and I think this is a little too off for that one. This might be a nice piece, because it's the reverse of this. So that might be a good option. I don't think I want the green. What do you think about the green? I think I want to use the corn on this one. Now, I'm going to do things a little differently on this one. I think what I want to do is, this is a 3-inch tag, and I want to come up here to the 4. So I want to make sure this is 3 by 4. And we're going to make something a little different. Let's zoom this out. It is 4. So we'll take this to the 3. I'm thinking about the orientation of this. I think this needs to be 3. And I can't run that up forward, so we'll do that. Then I'm going to come down and do this one at 4. Okay, now I have that. Now, this is 4, so this is at 2. I'm going to make a little tick mark with my pencil at that 2-inch. 3, no, 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches right there. And from that tick mark, I'm going to line that up in my paper trimmer. And I'm going to move my paper on this bottom corner. I'm going to move it to where it ticks over and lines up just like that. Okay? Now this one could get a little tricky because my trimmer only wants to go one direction. So I'm going to go up this way and come back down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to line this back up where I made that tick mark in that bottom corner. Just like that. And it's not quite on that corner. There we go. Back up to the tick mark. Now we have a triangle, and we have 2 isosceles triangles. I think that's what they're called. I failed geometry. Geometry and algebra were not my subjects in school. I wound up getting out of both of those taking business math. Okay, I had wanted that a little bit deeper. But I'm going to run with it. I'm going to run with it. Let's get out our walnut stain ink and distress the edges of these. And I did not set my timer, so I can keep an eye on my time. After I finish this one, we're going to do the stick pull video for Wednesday, and then I can start packing. And somewhere in there, I need to put tomatoes in the freezer and try to beat my husband at cards. Now, I'm trying to decide, do I want to glue this down all the way? Or do I want to leave a tuck here to go into this space? I think I'm going to leave that slightly open. So let's come in with our glue. You know me and Tombo, I'm going to wear it. But I'm going to try and be very gentle and do a very thin line all the way to that tip. And only on the bottom and the outside of that. And I'm going to come back and line it up, just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I need to make sure that this is, I'm doing it on the straight lines. I try to make the tags each a little different, but not enough that they don't go together, if that makes any sense. So we're going to line this one up right here. Now remember, we have lace to put on here. I've been putting that lace from Dollar Tree on all of the tags, and I used it on the guest checks. It's that one continuous item that I'm using, but I think I want to use a piece of this at the bottom first, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tear a strip off just like this. I think I want that a little deeper. I'll use those for clusters. They won't be wasted. But I think I want to come up about 3 inches. So I'm going to tear all the way down. This stuff tears so cool. That's better. That's better. Let's do about 2 inches. And I can come back and trim this off. But let's go ahead and tear this. So I have those pieces to work with. And I want to come down about there. I don't want it really deep. You know what? Maybe I do want that on there. Maybe that's what I do want to use. Maybe. It's only paper. If I don't like it, I can rip it off, cover it up, something. Okay, I am going to leave that just like that. And I know that that's about 1 inch wide, so I can come in here with this, run this down. And I'm going to come in here with this, just like this. Now, yes, I did glue it all the way across. But I'm not working as this as a pocket. That's not what I'm after. And I need to come in with my crafter's glue and my silicone brush. And I'm going to put just a little bit, brush a little bit here, and I'll smooth it out. And that'll give me a place to put my lace. Just like that. My ribbon scissors. And get that out of the way. Come back and clip this side off. Now notice on this one I didn't let the lace hang over. On these other ones, the lace hung off a little bit. And it varies from tag to tag. Not a major problem. But what do we do here? That's the ticket. Before I go anywhere else, I want to do what I'm putting at the top. And that is a piece of this burlap ribbon from Stampin' Up. And add a little bit more woodsy to this one. And I'm going to fold it. And I'm not going to fold it over directly. I'm going to make it look like the Verbo logo. If you've seen the Verbo rental commercials, it kind of looks like the V for Verbo. Let me dust that with the ink first and just stress that a little bit. Give her a tag a little color. There we go. Now we'll put our Verbo ribbon back in here. And I'm going to do 2 staples on here. One going at an angle one way. And I'm going to come back over top of it and go the other direction. And that kind of adds just another detail. Okay. Now, I said I wanted to use the buttons. Hey, we're doing great on time. I wanted to use the button. But we have these little tucks over here. And you know, I think that's a good place for those tickets. Have these tickets from scrap mirror that we were using. Let's see what we've got here. Because this might be, let's make it look like a ticket first and get our corners snipped out. come back and take care of that edge. Okay, then that would tuck right in there, just like that. And let's see if we can find another one. And I'm not done with that ticket yet, so don't panic. I want to find another one we can put in there. We've used one similar to that, but we've got that dark one. I don't think I want to use the dark one. The wood, maybe? No. Needs to have a little something. What about the woodland flowers? Let's do these two. Let's do these two. I tell you, it's been a day. My computer and my phone did not want to talk when it came time to upload photos or the videos to the laptop. I had to play with that. Then those will fit right in there. But I want that button. And I want this button to be a focal point down here on the bottom. Let's do this one brown. Or should we? Let's do it with a pop of orange. Let's use the dark pumpkin pie. And come in and do this with the brush end of our stamping blend alcohol marker. If you don't have the stamping blend, you can use Copics. You can use, I'm thinking, I'm right there. Perma markers. They're an alcohol-based marker. You can use those. Now, I've got the brown, and what I did earlier today that turned out really cool. Let me see if I can find me a piece of scrap paper here really quick, because this turned out really awesome. I like the way it turned out. I'm going to use my green. Actually, is this going to be dark enough? No, we need to do something a little darker. So let's do our green. And I need a scrap piece of paper. I'm in a stamping corner and I can't find a scrap piece of paper. Does that tell you how clean I've been keeping this corner? Let's just use one of the tag bases I haven't done anything with. And I'm going to take this brown twine. And I'm not going to need a big piece. But I'm going to color it with my marker. Just like this. Just run the marker over top of the string. And with my alcohol markers, I can change the color of any of my strings, any of my ribbons. It won't matter. But the green will look perfect on that pumpkin orange button. Just like that. Make sure we get the ends, because we're going to wind up cutting them off anyway. So I guess that part's not really important. And then we're going to come back with our orange button. I'm going to go in one side, back up through the other. And then when we get it over here, we're just going to tie it just like that. Now I'm going to leave this one with the tails a little long. I've been cutting them pretty short, but I think I'm going to cut the tails on this one a little, leave them a little longer. We've got a knot on there. We'll come back, snip those off, and we'll leave those little ears on there for interest. And now I'm going to come back with my, now I've got these positioned in here, so I want to be careful that I don't glue those in. So I'm going to put this right down here, just like that. And that glue will squish up through the holes. It'll dry clear, but it'll really cement that button in there. Now, we still need words. And I'll put my tickets away later. You can hear my dog baying in the background. Apparently, the possum is alive, so Honeybee has to go out and say hello and send him on his rounds. Okay, so I've got these two tags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them into short words, just like this. kind of shadow those. You're not really seeing the brown, but you're also not seeing the white edge of that either. And then where did my glue go? There it is. And I'm just going to put short words on here, just like this. Let's do be amazed over here. And stay curious. I can get it off of there. And I'm using the chat stickers from Tim Holtz. Nothing fancy. You can also print words out on the computer and cut them apart. I've been doing really good here lately about actually using words and phrases in my projects. Okay. Make sure our flowers are going the right direction. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think they're supposed to go this way. I think they're supposed to go this way. And then we have very shallow pockets, but that's okay. And I'm like the stay curious. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. We can go this way with those. And we can cross them like that. And there is our tag for this Tag Tuesday. Now the other thing I could have done the button up here over the staples, and that would have been cool too. But I like it the way it is. So we are on tag number 3 of our tags for the junk journal. And I will see you back here tomorrow when we pull a stick for week 3 to see what we will be making on Thursday. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Remember to like, to share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Button bottom, button top. You tell me. Creative blessings.